What's going What's going on, guys? Welcome back to GitGud. I'm your fellow caster Velo. Accompanying me today is MemoriiSpace.
Hello, how are we doing today? I'm excited to be here with our two teams. We have Hive and Metro Monarchs.
Short for MMA. And an MMA beatdown is what I'm expecting.
Well, what we're hoping for. We're hoping for a good match as well.
I mean, yeah, but a little bit of roll here and there is not too bad for anyone.
We are in a best of 7 though, so I mean, we will always be looking at an opportunity for a reverse sweep until late into the night. We have to get to 4 wins for either of these teams.
Well, so what you're telling me is I kind of need to get a lot of pre-workout in.
That's not a bad idea. I'm sitting here without any, and it's going to be a long night either way.
Currently, Space, it's 8:15 p.m., so I'm gonna need it. I don't know about you. Let's move on to the teams, though. For HVE. HVV, what? Hive.
HVE.
For Hive, starting off with our tank player. Currently for our tank player, we have Bizarre.
I believe B is R.
B is R? That's an interesting way to spell the name, I can't even lie. His preferred hero is Reinhardt, so what I'm hearing is this guy loves to int, and that is probably one of my favorite things. Now, most Reinhardts do not int. My playstyle for Reinhardt is quite simple, really. Keep your teammates alive, push forward, and don't look back unless you absolutely have to. Exactly what I'm expecting.
I mean, I am excited for a Ryan player. Ryan gameplay, it's always fun to watch.
On the next up, we got Valentine. Valentine is a preferred tracer player. Spelled the name with an X, though, which is a little weird, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's interesting, it's unique, and I absolutely love it. Hoping to see exciting things from Valentine. As a tracer fan from my old teammate, Kaisicle, shout out to Kaisicle, I'm expecting a lot. Moving on to Sorax? Sorax.
SRX.
SRX. Huh. I am not here for room. So apparently they are also a tracer player, but we will see from there where they're exactly going to take it. Moving forward on the support line, we got Frosty Dolph. Frosty Dolph is on DPS. Moving on to the quick support lines is going to be Ego on Juno and Murdered on Mercy. Moving on to the second team, we got External Use on Tank. I need to give me 1 second.
We do also have Planet Neo on Hive as well. We are doing a 6v6, so
Oh, right.
that'll also be exciting.
I forgot
have
it's going
not-
to be a 66 program. Now, we're expecting a lot from these teams. We got, I'm going to speed run this. Blue Bean is a hit scan player. I'm expecting a lot because I can only play hit scan. It's a little sad. Samo. Their favorite players are going to be Ana, Juno, Lucio. Interesting. They're running 2 of my favorite players of all time, Ana, Juno. Next up on the list is Curie Bap, followed by Vroom. Vroom is an exceptional player. I've heard a lot about this person, so I'm expecting great things. Up next is Bulix. Bulix is also a poke tank player. This is going to be really interesting. We're going to have 2 poke teams.
Well, with the 6v6 format, we do also have none of the new heroes in, but it will be interesting to see what we come up with for poke comps in the tank lineups, in my opinion.
I mean, yes, you're absolutely right. Here's the thing, though. I'm so used to 5v5 that the 6v6 is a little perplexing for me, and it gets worse over time. But on the plus side, it does open up the realm of possibilities for something exciting, something new, and something a little unique, you know?
6v6 can be very chaotic. It does look like... did we have one more player?
We do. It's going to be Whopper, and they play dive DPS / poke tanks.
All right. And we have external use as well. And then it looks like MMA is going to be banning Ana and D.Va, and Hive is going to be banning Kiri and Zarya on this Lijiang Tower map.
So what I'm hearing is they both basically cancel each other out. It's an interesting way to start, which means it's still going to be a pretty 50-50 battle. Both of these teams have climbed their way up to the top, which means this is winner takes all.
It should be an exciting match, especially with... I mean, I have to imagine the Kiri and Zar ban has to be wanting to be played for either the anti-nade or, I mean, we don't even have Onran in, so we can't even talk about the burning. And then with MMA banning the Ana and D.Va, it's going to be interesting if we're forcing these teams onto comps they are not completely comfortable with this early. Although Lijiang is a map that you can play many different comps.
You know, I did have a question for you, Space. What did we think of the new heroes that have dropped so far? In your personal opinion?
I mean, dropping 5 new heroes in one season, it's never been done, and I think that shows in this season. I have so many thoughts that I could just never stop talking or not even begin. I feel like there's just too many things. I think it's made the game so chaotic, and we'll just have to wait to see how that pans out.
Balances out.
Domina, it's very fun though. I can say that as a tank player.
All right, covering for red team, we got External on Sigma, and Bulix on Maga. It's gonna be interesting, following by 2 hard carry DPSs, hit scans. Vroom on Bap and Juno. I forgot the name of the character for a second.
And we are off.
Moving forward, we got Bazaar on tank, and then we're running 2 DPS and 3 supports coming into the fight now. Sorax already got an elimination on... Wait, how did that even happen? The game just started, and I'm already seeing Bazaar doing insane things. Already pushed back someone. Boston got the kill on Sorax. Continue moving forward from there.
We definitely have 2 very different comps being played here, with MMA doing much more of a poke style, and even with the Mauga, they're going to be trying to keep their distance here, especially against that Ryan Zarya.
What I'm fully expecting here is Sorax coming out with something insane. Yes, they're currently at 100 HP, but at the same time, they already picked off a more.
It looks like we have a reset here. Give us 1 second here.
Technical difficulties are usually part of the thing. I mean, these things just tend to happen. From the little sneak peek that we got, who do you think will favor to win this game mode at least?
I think it's too early to have those kinds of predictions, at least from my side. I'm quite unfamiliar with most of these players. It did look like, I mean, I was very impressed with Hive's just straight aggression immediately. Against a Bastion and comp like that, you just have to. If you take your time to get into position, you will just be melted and you won't have much just resource to work with at all. So their aggression really impressed me, but I think it isn't out of the question that that MMA could have turned that around, especially in that last fight there. They seemed to be keeping their distance more, not letting the Tracer get on top of them or the Ryan. They may have just been caught off guard. We'll have to see. And it does look like the Zarya was banned, and so we did reset for that. So these will be slightly different comps coming out.
Coming into the match, they're all trying to move forward as fast as they quickly can, but the Reinhardt's already on point thanks to the GG game.
You are seeing the double shield. What an off angle from Valentine here. I mean, it seemed to be expected of what they were coming out on, but it just didn't matter. With the off angle, you just get those headshots and you find that as early fix and just completely lets Bizarre control the front line.
You know what I'm noticing here? Before they had 2 DPS and 3 supports. Now they have 2 tanks. So now it's completely even. I wonder if they switched up halfway through. Sora's got the elimination on Samo. That's going to be interesting. And the tank's also down by Sora. Hey, I'm already seeing a shatter coming up. On top of that, I already see Valentine and his ult coming up as well.
What a performance already from Hive. I mean, they're just controlling these chokes so well and not letting them through. And yeah, like as you said, we already have a shatter coming up, and we have a high noon. I assume we'll be looking for a high noon with a coalescence possibly in this early fight.
And it already gets a kill on Sigma.
And there's the high noon.
My jaw dropped. I don't know if you can tell because of my Fugi, but jaw drop on the floor. That was a quick cleanup with three ultimates? Three ultimates being used.
It does look like we're having a comp switch up. We're going a little bit more brawly, but the MMA also is coming up on a lot more ults here. The window with the Bastion can be so strong, even against the double barrier, you just can't.
Oh, that is huge. That is what we call a big shatter.
What a shatter.
With that ult in mind, they already canceled, what was it, 2 ults?
I believe it was only the window.
No, it was only the window. I don't know why I thought that Flux was being used.
But with their dominant performance on Hive, they still, even with using more ultimates, they just have the ult advantage still. They're just building them back.
Oh, and Bossicon got a kill. Oh, and now it's going to be seeing a quick reversal here. Kind of want Valentine to back up here, but it doesn't really matter because I was not looking at the clock and they take the first round. And a rush to the forehead.
What a dominant performance we're seeing from Hive here. The aggression is, as we were talking about at the beginning, I mean, you said with Reinhardt players, they like to push forward, they like to be aggressive, and that is just paying off for Hive so well here.
You know what I'm noticing here? I'm noticing a trend. If the Reinhardt's not pushed up, we really don't see much of an impact. We need to see something along the lines of Sora pushing in and the Ryan following suit. If we don't see that combination, they don't proceed. They just hold the line where it is.
I completely agree. I mean, I love the Symmetra pick here. We just to get out faster, like The Reinhardt is much harder to play on this map, but even if they can control point and with force MMA to come to them, it will be hard to just fight for
Playing
point.
ball player from external use though. That's gonna be really interesting here. But he already goes down to Valentine. Valentine pretty much shut him down. Said, nope, you're not coming in here today.
Valentine
And
just
Valentine gets
on these
Ruby.
off angles, like getting the opening pick almost every fight. Honestly, I'm
I mean,
kind of
it's true,
surprised he's able to live these. It doesn't seem like he's got much support, but it just doesn't matter. They're dead.
It doesn't.
MMA is dead before they can do anything. We do have a DC here.
Who is
Give
it?
us one moment here. The servers are not cooperating today, it appears.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's probably because of the quick patch they're gonna release it around in about 2.5 hours. 3 hours,
Hopefully that
sorry.
should fix it, but
Yeah,
we'll
but they
have to
are
wait.
supposed to be taking down the as I was reading on the Blizzard Battle.net earlier, it said 11:59 PM and 20 minutes prior.
Eh,
But moving uh, moving back into the main ordeal, I'm hoping to see big things come out of external. External playing ball is going to be a little bit difficult with Valentine shutting down his every move. And if that's not bad enough, if they were to combo that with the Rock, he's pretty much insta-dead each fight. So,
I mean,
I'm just saying.
the Wrecking Ball pick can be very strong on this map, but with, yeah, as you said, with Valentine on these far off angles, Valentine's just repeatedly been able to just get picks, survive, and just be a menace. It will be a lot about how that duel goes. I mean, if external use can get like maybe a second tracer or just someone with them to be able to take these duels onto the Cassidy, I mean that's something we could see to shut Valentine down. And once you get that Cassidy off the off angle, you can do so much more because they don't have the Symmetra anymore. They are pretty static. Hive is pretty static on the point. It will be interesting to see how they can maneuver around the static point with their mobility.
Yeah, no, completely agree with you on that. One thing I am interested to see though, and if I'm being completely honest, it's gonna be not the first point, because first point pretty much dictate first point. So I keep saying first point. First match is usually a dictator of how the rest of the matches will go. However, since it's first to seven, sorry, best out of seven, makes things a little interesting. The first match goes to anyone, but the one who really wins in the end is who can hold out their mental the longest.
That I agree with that. This will definitely be a match about containing your stamina and being able to see who can keep their momentum the longest. Like building it in the short term, it's so good for just steamrolls and quick matches, but this will be a bit of a longer one. We will be able to see all of the colors from both of these teams, hopefully, the good and the bad.
You know what I have noticed though? That the new characters are not being played. Is that just because it's not gonna be in the official part yet?
I don't believe any of the new heroes can be played in this tournament.
Gotcha. Nothing I was just expecting a little bit of on run here and there, a little bit of espionage.
It is quite sad we won't be able to see any cat today. The cat
You know what?
makes for insane games. It gets so chaotic with the cat.
As a player who played yesterday, playing against the cat is probably one of the most frustrating things you will ever get into.
Looks like we are coming back. we do have our player back. But this does put Hive in an interesting position. They will be down a player now going into this fight. I believe, actually.
Believe in them.
Yes, they will be down a player. And we will see how External can get on these off angles.
It really was the honor of a lifetime.
Difficulties on that.
Enhancing your life.
Experience gravity.
All right, we are back, and it looks like they've held on to point.
I never lost out. I never lost
Even
faith in them for a
down the
moment.
player.
Might be the Ryan bias coming out of me, but I never lost faith in them, even with the player down. Because remember, even though there are 2 tanks in the game, the less HP really does contribute to everything. And as I say that, Sorax just takes down External like it's absolutely nothing.
XRX has been doing a great job at marking External here. I mean, just External does seem like he's having a very difficult time getting to this Cassidy. I mean, the Cassidy on the off angle is so strong, but getting to the Cassidy is an ordeal in the first place. Even being able to take the duel.
You know what I see coming up in a little bit?
I see a high noon.
Take a guess coming up. I see a shatter coming up.
That is also true. Let's turn the use going in.
Flux coming in to cancel out. The Immort Field comes out, so they can't really get the kill. But it does bring a beneficial thing to Bulix being taken off by Planetaro. Planetaro already getting second perk, which makes things absolutely huge.
We see a boop from a Sigma, but on Hive, but it just doesn't matter. I mean,
At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I've even the disconnect win the game with ease.
what a performance from
This
Hive.
game is a win. I'm not surprised that Zorax takes that dub. Zorax is the one who literally carried the entire match from start to finish. Just espionage into the backline, securing 2 limbs from the play of the game. Coming in with the third, I'm assuming, yep, gets the kill on the other Tracer. And that is the
With
end
the
of the
pulse
first
bomb to
match.
spare. I mean, what a performance we saw from Hive there. Like, the team play was just incredible, and even like the individual play from each player was possibly even better. Valentine on those off angles is so strong. Like, he just has the aim, the raw ability to be able to just take any of those duels that he was challenged with. And the rest of the team was doing such a good job at supporting that, not directly through supporting Valentine, but just maintaining the choke, only letting select people get to him.
Next map on this list is going to be Gibraltar, so we're actually going to see a pretty heavy high ground, low ground kind of map. What kind of team do we expect coming from Hive?
I mean, we saw the Ryan performance. The Reinhardt was very dominant. We could continue seeing that. I mean, Gibraltar is probably one of the hardest maps to run the Reinhardt on, and the Brawl comp in general. But honestly, from that performance, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw somehow them make it work. I would be excited for some Winston gameplay, but I think it'll be interesting to see what Metro Monarchs come out with here, because we did see the Ball, and Ball is a very strong pick on this map here.
So we're seeing an interesting pick here. Bulex is being replaced. Whopper's being replaced by Bulex. All the way around. Bulex is being swapped for Whopper.
I will
a
be
little
curious
rusty.
to see if this is a map substitute or a character substitute. I mean, we were seeing a lot of the Sigma. I wonder if we will continue to see the Sigma in this map as well, or if we'll switch to something else. I don't believe
I'm
Diva
highly
could be banned this map because she was last, so we could see a Winston Diva comp coming out here, returning
I
to
would love
original
to
dive.
see I would love to see a Winston Diva comp. Do you know an interesting comp that I would really, really like to see that I haven't seen since Overwatch 1, if I'm being completely honest? It's gotta be a
There are
Zarya
many.
Diva or a Zarya Win comp.
I would love a double bubble. Double bubble has to be one of my favorite comps.
On top of that, there's one more sly little devil that we haven't really talked about. And it's gonna be Hazard. Hazard was very, very disgusting in the early patches. Coming into the this new season, I haven't really seen him being played that much.
Hazard has seen a bit of a fall off, I feel like, but I think in the 6v6 format, he could make a comeback. I mean, as a tank, he does have so many tools to work with, and giving him an off tank just it enables him so much to just not peel, and he just gets to continue forward no matter what. We do have a Winston ban and I believe Brig.
Both of these bands are gonna be absolutely incredible. The Winston The Winston and Ball ban from Hive is gonna be absolutely huge because that means they can either as external use actually brought that one that up, the ball is not gonna be a problem anymore. So they wanna eliminate that problem altogether for a map, which is push. Which means stalling capabilities will be heavily redundant, but at the same time, I could be proven wrong.
With the Winston ball ban, yes, I'm very excited, especially coming out from Hive. I mean, we saw them want to run the Ryan Zarya, and now they have the opportunity to be able to do that. Even on Watchpoint with those bans, there might be a Reinhardt Zarya comp come out here.
Honestly, it's either Reinhardt Czar or Diva Czar. Or Diva Ryan.
Diva Ryan is an old one.
Hey, it's an oldie and a goodie. And with the final ban coming from MMA is going to be the Ashe, which is a really interesting one. I'm surprised that I mean, I don't see Ashe being played very much outside of second point.
I
Just from
mean,
personal experience as a comp player.
I think Ashe can be a very strong pick here on this first point. She isn't the most common hero in general, but she does offer so much utility on this first point. It is nearly the perfect range for her, especially with her dynamites. You can just create so much pressure from that high ground. And not to mention the coach gun, being able to just completely counteract dives. Although you usually see that to be played as kind of a second brig whip to stop a monkey dive. But with the monkey being banned, it is definitely an interesting ban.
You know, with these two bans, I would expect that they would ban Cass of all things, especially after seeing Valentine completely dominate that first point.
That is true. Valentine was doing amazing things on that Cassidy. Uh, we will we will see what they are coming out on in a moment here, though.
Do you know what also hit me here? I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of expecting a Tracer ban as well. Especially from Sorax, the dominant performance Sorax shows in that first match. If it wasn't for Sorax, I mean, I would say that the match would be a little more difficult. But Sorax pretty much was the cleanup crew from the very beginning, making sure that his team had the opportunity to push in when he had the opportunity.
Yeah, Sorax was doing very good on the Tracer there. It is. We did see a Tracer from both sides last map, though, I believe. So it could be that they're just wanting to continue matching the Tracer, or they're not expecting as much of a problem from the Tracer on this map. Li Jiang gives so many sightlines for the Tracer. Gibraltar, you can definitely play the Tracer on, but I feel it is less to her strengths.
I disagree with you on that. Yes, there's going to be a lot of high ground and low ground advantages, but at the same time, there's so many openings and so many different ways to get Tracer on that field that it makes it impossible to actually figure out whether or not it would be a good or bad idea. As I say that, I see a Tracer from Sorex, so we're going to make that return.
We do. It appears we will see how it goes, but we
You remember my
we are
prediction I
also
made earlier?
seeing a Reinhardt Zarya.
Do you see the prediction I made earlier, though? The Zar
I
and
do.
Planetera. Both of them
That
playing my favorite, Reinhardt and
is
Zar.
an interesting. I mean, the
Do you
hazard
see my,
coming out here from
do you see my other?
offense.
I mean, yeah, I made two predictions back to back.
That it's
With the DC coming from the opposing team, what we do see, however, that we want to touch base on is the Kiri Lucio and the Moira Lucio. Kiri Lucio is going to be a little bit more versatile,
I
just
mean,
from personal experience.
definitely more versatile. I wouldn't say necessarily stronger. You do have the more aggressive ultimate and just probably better ultimate in general coming from the Kiriko. But that Moira with the aggression we saw from Hive earlier just lends to their playstyle so well. It allowed Biazar to just be able to get in there so quickly and not have a worry in the world. We also are seeing the Zarya come out for them, just allowing that aggression even more. And you see the double short range DPS from them. They do not plan to make stops on this watch point.
It's funny you point that out because I was going to say that usually in 9 times out of 10, Moira is not really played in pro play. Number one reason why is because she's in my opinion, a selfish hero. Her ultimate, I mean, it can be an advantage from time to time, healing both your enemies and dealing damage. Sorry, I got that mixed up. Healing your teammates while doing damage to the enemy is good and all,
I mean,
but it
I
leaves you
think a
wide
lot
open.
of Moira players in ranked are damaging their allies, to be fair.
So far so good coming from Murder. Murder over
Murder
here is living up to his reputation.
Murder has been playing haven't touched on her, but she has been playing well. I mean, the strong part of Moira, I feel like, is just the ability for her to build the ultimate so much faster than any other support. Just being able to get that first ultimate in a fight and in a map can snowball you so well. You can get the rest of your team's ultimates if you can win that first fight with it fast enough. I will be expecting to see a Moira ult before we see a Kitsune, even with Kitsune being the stronger.
Again, something else I'm noticing here, it's going to be a brawl versus dive. 110%.
Something also didn't mention on is the Watchpoint Gibraltar rework. Have you had much opportunity to play through this map with the rework?
Well, I did play a couple games on it, and it really did throw me off, especially that first point where, what do you call it? The bridge is completely cut off. Used to be a safe space for me to just zip on through, but now I actually have to be careful to not walk too far, because if I do, I kind of just fall to the floor. And as a Doom player, that's not really what you kind of want, because you want to save your util for the best possible way to actually cycle through. But then on the second point, though, have you noticed that you can actually climb up to the second point now, with the boxes being stacked on the right entrance?
I have not, I don't believe. I've only had the chance to play this map one time, and the first point threw me off so hard. I don't even know if we made it to second point, but that bridge change is such a big change. It does
Didn't
look
feel
like
that much. Like, from the outside perspective, to people who don't play Overwatch, they would expect this not to be a big change, but you wouldn't be more wrong.
it changes so much. I mean, we do still see Hive on the other side of the bridge. But Hive is all the way in.
Bizarre is already taken down along with Murder.
I mean, that's already almost a minute out of the time bank though, and the payload is just moving. Even with Metro Monarchs winning that first fight,
Valentine using that to actually make that escape. You know what I have noticed though? The Brawl team is focusing more on the floor, making sure that they are a cleanup crew. Meanwhile, the Hazard and Diva, just controlling that high ground is going to be absolutely huge.
you have to with the Hazard and Diva. That's just what you have to do. I mean, if you take the fight to the Brawl, you just won't win. You have to find some way around it, and with Hive having control of that point now, it looks like they got their way, and they are forcing the Brawl in close quarters.
We're going against the odds.
What I am seeing is Sorax is still doing cleanup crew. Yes, he's being fight that by the Lucio. That's not really stopping them. They're just keep moving forward.
Sorax is definitely doing and Sorax going down to the rail though.
That rail down be scary.
We do see the first ultimate coming out from them or online, but we're also retaliating with a Sojourn ult here. It's going to be quite difficult to play against when you're playing on the slow ground here.
With the Diva ult coming out, I'm expecting them to use that as a refresh. With the hammer coming out as well, that hammer is going to be absolutely huge to be cleanup crew. Taking out 2 people in the process, one with a shatter taken down right on the skull.
Murder getting the Kirika still though, and Bizarre Hive is just still holding on to this point. They let them take that first fight in a bad position for Hive, but it just let them get this position that it looks like they planned for and they want. They're just on the cart.
I see Valentine coming around with his ultimate though. This is going to be a really interesting one. How are they going to proceed? I'm assuming they want to make sure that the Diva ult actually comes out.
I don't know if they'll wait for it. I mean, they've been doing such a good job staying on this low ground. They have the Zarya as well. They could just use the Valentine ult to force the Diva and then get a grab off.
As you say that, they do exactly that.
So many ultimates being popped here. We're going down to Beazar.
Bizarre's gonna be the last one alive to actually take out the Hazard. The Hazard gets taken down. With 3 seconds left on the clock, they are not gonna get that OT, and it's going to be a clean hold from Hive. Once again, a dominant performance being shown by Hive.
What a dominant performance indeed. They are showing so well why they're a Brawl team. I mean, I don't have much experience, but it is so obvious. I don't have much experience with this team, but it's so obvious how much they've practiced this Brawl. They took that first fight so close just so that their second fight could fight at this payload under the bridge here and just under the high ground. And once they got that position that they wanted, there was not much MMA could do for it.
As we look at the scoreboard here, Bizarre absolutely taking that lead. We can absolutely see that without Bizarre actually taking the initiative, these things just don't happen.
Definitely. I mean, he's just been so dominant on this Reinhardt, taking out ultimates before they can get value from the side of Metro Monarchs. We saw it the last map with the shattering past the window. The window coming out was really Monarch's only chance to win that last fight, but we see it again with him pinning
Bizarre used that to his absolute advantage.
Yeah, we are seeing a Widow from Sorax coming out here though. I wonder if that will stay or if we will switch after. first pick.
As we say that, he already got a headshot on the tank. Make sure the tank doesn't actually get a chance to go in, making sure his HP genuinely stays low so the support can keep an eye on them. If they're not pushing down, they're not going to be doing their job. As we say that, 4 of them are already on point, and all 6 of them are still on height. All of them dropping down at once for Bizarre to do a cleanup crew on Sosa. And as I say that, Lucy also gets taken down along with their Fury. Last line of defense has to be their tank. And they are coming down rather quickly with the tank coming down. And Diva coming down, and that's an easy, clean victory for Hive. 2-0. I'm expecting a lot from this team.
I think we've already seen a lot from this team. This team has been so strong. Hive has done such a phenomenal job at playing their distance perfectly. As a brawl, that is one of the hardest things you have to do, or just at least most important. It is so punishing if you let the enemy team keep their distance from you. You have to find ways to get in there, and they are doing just that. They're even just forcing Monarchs to come to them when they need it.
You know, something I also noticed. I'm noticing Bizarre does a lot of work, yes, but also, we can't ignore the Zarya bubble. The Zarya bubble coming out every time is almost frame perfect. Making sure that all the heavy hits are being eaten up by the Reinhardt.
For sure. I mean, not just the Reinhardt, but the Valentine with the Reaper TPs and plays and engages. Just letting Valentine get in there with the Reaper just for free and then bubbling him and letting them get out. It's such a strong combo. You just have to respect it, and you have to use resources to stop it. And allowing that to happen, you just get such a strong advantage in the early fight.
I mean, hey, they're playing this frame perfectly, and it also allows the Reaper to not use his cooldowns so quickly. As you know, he has 2 get out of jail free cards. Though it has been a little bit nerfed thanks to the recent patch they made where you can't really cleanse yourself. But, I mean, other than that, it's still a clean getaway that they don't need to use. They just save it for the next match.
For sure. It does look like we will be going to a little bit of a break here, though. We shouldn't be long, but I'm excited when we come back how Monarchs will adapt to this. I mean,
We're expecting big things from you, Monarch.
We do see how strong the brawl is from Hive, but Monarchs are using the dive, but I'll be excited to see them switch things up a little bit and just maybe keep their distance more or wider angles.
What they need to do, in my personal opinion, is their positioning is fine. It's just their execution. They just need to nail the execution down, and they'll be fine. It's just my personal opinion. However, as Space has said, we will be going on a 5-minute break, and once we come back, we will continue it. Make sure to grab some water, grab some popcorn, and please, we'll be right back.
We only have 30 minutes until our match! We need to get hydrated and energized! Alex, catch! Hydrate and energize! It's time to get good! We need to get hydrated and energized. Alex, catch! time to get good. We only have 30 minutes until our match. We need to get hydrated and energized. Alex, catch. Hydrate and energize. It's time to get good. We only have 30 minutes until our match. We need to get hydrated and energized. Alex, catch. Hydrate and energize. It's time to get good. We only have 30 minutes until our match. We need to get hydrated and energized. Alex, catch. Hydrate and energize. It's time to get good.
and welcome back, GitGud. We are very excited for going into map 3 here. Hive is 2-0 currently, but we are best of 7, so there will always be a chance for a reverse sweep, or I mean, we're not even at a reverse sweep yet.
You know what we have
Excuse me.
noticed though? Around this time, usually we have a little bit of main character energy where they actually bring it back. Sometimes all they need is a little bit of a maybe they were farming a little bit of content, you know? Maybe there's a content creator among them who deliberately lost 2 games. I mean, who knows? Especially in this day and age.
Very much so. I mean, anything can still happen. I mean, especially going into Junkertown here, we've seen how dominant the brawl can be from Hive, but
I
Monarchs here do look like they favor the dive and almost the spam. It'll be an interesting match going in.
you know one thing I have noticed though with especially the games that I play on Junkertown, the brawl is not really viable after first point.
It is hard. It is the first point isn't too bad, especially being able to hold close on defense at least. But going into point 2 and especially point 3, it does feel quite brutal.
You know what I think though? I still think Hive's got this in the bag, and I'm only saying that because I'm a Reinhardt fanboy.
Looks like we do have one more substitute coming from Monarchs here. Bulex coming in, Whopper going out. Alright, I might have that reversed. But
No, you actually seem to be pretty on point.
okay, just making sure. Doubting it. But yeah, going into Junkertown here, we've seen the Sigma coming out from Monarchs, and they do have multiple tank players who prefer the spam. It'll be interesting. I think if there is a time for them to bring it back, it will be here. And they might just need to adapt to the speed of Hive and the brawl that they have been pushing for.
You know one thing I am excited for? It's the absolute tyranny that Hive will bring and MMA needs to overcome. Now, the way I'm enjoying this is currently with my favorite brand of chocolate, Bunch of Crunch. Coming into the next match, I will be enjoying these as the match continues.
What is Bunch of Crunch? Is this a crunch bar?
It's a crunch bar that is crushed up into multiple pieces into a ball form popcorn format.
Oh, that sounds fantastic. I'm not even gonna lie.
It is probably one of the best chocolates I have ever had just because it has that popcorn feel while also making sure that the crisp crunch of crunch actually stays.
Apparently, we are sponsored by Crunch. Not actually, but I mean, hey, if they want it.
Hey, if they're offering, I'm your biggest supporter. I will shout out Crunch by Nestle any time of the day. Big crunch, small crunch, bunch of crunch. It don't matter. If it's crunch, I will eat it. Also Feastables. Shout out Mr. Beast. Not sponsored, by the way.
I have never actually had a Feastables.
How dare you?
Going into this first point, though, it looks like we are starting with some interesting team comps from both sides. Not what I was expecting at all. We have Biazar on the Orisa with the Orisa Sigma coming out from Hive. Yes, and External Utes and Bulex on the Sigma Reinhardt with the double barrier.
You know what I see here? I see a complete role swap. Seems like these Biazar and Bulex actually swap roles.
I mean, it looks like it appears so. With Sojourn taking this off angle already.
Sojourn's definitely trying to make sure they can get as much as they possibly can. Meanwhile, Bulex is trying to make sure they stabilize the cart. Meanwhile, the Sigmas, they're gonna have to fight for dominance here.
I almost see
have to make sure.
Sorax with the Helix.
Sorax with the Helix. is going to be an interesting one. You know what I see here though? Bees are actually going in, taking out the Bastion. A little bit of profanity came out of me. That's okay. Comes out here and there when you get too excited. Will not happen again though.
I'm quite excited. I mean, it's you noticed the role reversal. It almost seems like these teams have taken a team comp reversal from each other, with Hivemind going the much I don't want to say much spammier route, but with the Orisa, you definitely have more of the poke versus the Ryan. And the Reinhardt coming out from Monarchs was not something I saw coming.
You know what I see here though? I see aimbot being initiated here in a couple seconds. Please let that prediction come to pass.
I am ready for the flank bot.
My thought that's an interesting point. With all the Yuto coming out, Bluelex is forced to retreat, but uses that opportunity and fails to ping. Coming out with a Ryan, and they actually nope, and the dog gets taken down by Broom of all people. That is actually really interesting because Bazaar also got the nano. I was actually hoping that Bazaar would actually take, secure a couple kills.
We still have a Kitsune visor on the table here, though. Oh, with the Kitsune going down. Sorax visoring.
Sorax visor is actually going to be huge here if they can actually land it, but it's already been used. But that blocks taking out the Bastion is absolutely insane. Making sure that everyone's out of position. Planetaro just fucking up everything. Meanwhile, Sorax still on his flanking pattern. Making sure he takes out 2. Making life super easy for everyone to absolutely take out external use.
And what a showing from Sorax that fight. Just staying alive the entire time, no matter the pressure. And just taking his time on the flank. Even with the visor not getting a lot of value, it allowed Planet Neo to push back in there and just the rest of the team in general to get back in time, and they still have so much space to work with the Reinhardt trying to close the gap over on the right now.
It's funny, I was actually thinking that they should go on that right side so they can try and get that shatter off, and they almost went that route. As I started speaking, they dropped off the high ground.
I mean, they got Bazaar to back up, and that might have been all they were looking for. They have this
with the nano space now
with the Sojourn.
Coming out. Can you get the elimination? Please get the elimination. Murder is down.
This ends now.
Coming on, Valentine is also coming out with an ultimate, taking out 2 in the process. Sorax getting the elimination on Bluebeam. Absolutely insane. Hammer coming out, but to no avail. External usage down as well. And this overtime comes to a close as once again, Hive controlling the environment from start to finish.
I mean, we are really being shown that Hive is not a one-trick pony here. They can do the brawl, and they do the brawl so well, but they're not locked into it. It's not their only trick. Sorax with that soldier I don't know if Sorax died once that round.
I don't think so.
Just controlling that angle so well, and knowing so well when he could and couldn't. When he got pushed, he just left and didn't play greedy, and they showed that so well, keeping this first point. I mean, this first point, it is tough to push into, but especially with the changes to the map, it is rare to see a first point hold here, in my opinion.
It's not so rare. I mean, the one that's going to be the hardest one to push through would be second point if they actually made it that far. Second point has got to be one of the hardest points to ever push forward. I only say that because that height, there's 3 different ways to get to high ground and no way to actually get there without crossing the bridge in some way, shape, or form. So it'd be absolutely difficult to take them out. But since we're on the first point, I'm really hoping to see some interesting things.
We're going to see some interesting things with the Venture on defense here. That's not something I see a lot.
I think they're doing that so they can try and stall Car as much as possible. I feel like that is their only opportunity as of right now. Try and make sure that they actually hold out. Actually, I am wrong. Boston trying to show that he is boss. Planetaro getting the sweep. Boston moving forward, taking out Planetaro in the process. Planetaro's living.
Yorik's getting another one.
It's interesting. I kind of assumed that Thorax would continue flanking, which they are, but not in the way that I was expecting. They're playing the Ashe. They're playing the Ashe like a tracer, and it's working.
It is indeed. I mean, Ryan is almost back, and the Venture is coming in for the stall, as you were saying. But how long can they stall?
I don't think they can stall for very long, as the team gets pushed out when the Venture was actually taken out. Venture was taken out way too quickly as soon as they burrowed out, because as you know, 4v1s is an insta-death. It is the death penalty.
Play of the game.
Valentine taking the play of the game as Sojourn. I'm assuming it's going to be an alt play. And I'm absolutely right, where Boston takes out 2 while Thorax supports.
That's 2. Cybernetics regulated.
And they get the final kill, securing the win. Amazing game by Hive.
What a game indeed. I mean, I didn't. That was a shock of a game, in my opinion. I really thought Monarchs was going to play much more to their spam. But choosing to almost lean more into what Hive's been performing with the Venture, with the Reinhardt, it is an interesting line, especially on a map like Junkertown. I would have expected the more steady approach of even like possibly a Ball Sigma, but Ball was banned, I believe. But either way, what a performance from Hive, showing that they are not just a brawl team, even if that is their comfort pick.
I don't think that is their comfort pick. I think that's just the pick they want to use in the beginning to try and test their opponents.
That is very possible. I do know that Biazar does enjoy the Reinhardt, but that does not make the team itself a brawl team. But what a performance they had on Brawl.
Honestly, we might just see a 4-0 clean wipe. I kind of hope that's not the case because I want to be able to cast a little bit more. MMA needs to kind of pick up the pace with the final match approaching soon. I'm hoping that it will not be the final match because MMA still has a chance to bring it back.
This
But this is going to be their
where we would
absolute
have
last.
to see the reverse sweep going into map 4.
This is going to be their absolute last. If they don't win these next 3, they have to win 4 in a row. It's going to be really, really difficult, but I don't see that as an impossibility.
Some players definitely play best with their backs against the wall, and that could be what we see from Monarchs here. This is the time that they have to perform. We've seen sparks from this team. It just seems that not much has caught. But with the map selection coming through, it will be a very interesting game. It looks like we're going to Temple of Anubis. I am not sure which team picked this map, but I'm quite curious.
You know, judging from previous tournament experience, I think MMA is the one who actually chose this, which means that first point is going to be crucial because of the boot potential. That boot potential on that first point can secure multiple eliminations at once if timed correctly.
I don't know the last time I've seen a match played on this map. This should be quite a joy.
You know what I have
Personally,
experienced though?
What is that?
Nope, actually you finish your thing first.
Okay, I was just gonna say, personally, I'm not the biggest fan of 2CP, but this is the 1-2CP map that I do absolutely love. I have a special place in my heart for this map. I don't know how
What
your experience with 2CP is, though.
Let me actually correct you on that. I like to call this map fake 2CP because it's not really 2CP. But I do have a special place in this map. This map specifically is the one where I was gaming for an hour's choked on my chocolate bar there. And for an hour straight. I kid you not. I played for 1 hour on this map and it drove me to near insanity with the overtime on the last point.
An hour. I have had some insane games on this map. I don't know if I've had any that far, but honestly, that sounds like a joy, at least for this map. Some maps I would not be enjoying.
I kind of wish they chose Hanaoka just because I'm a little bit of a fan of Japanese culture. But that's just me. This is just a little bit of insight for Nova Velo here. Is I genuinely really, really enjoy good traditional Japanese traditions. Weird way of phrasing it, but you know.
I mean, yeah. Hanaoka is a fantastic map as well. Not one of my favorites, but what a map. It at least visually designed as well. But the bans coming through here, it looks like Hive is going to be banning a Mauga and a Junkrat. The Junkrat being such a strong pick on this first point here.
No, wait, it is 2CP.
It is.
Hold on, I was
That's-
expecting to be the other one, the 4.1.
No, that's what I'm saying. I haven't seen this map played in a tournament in many, many years. It will be a treat.
I was under confusion. I genuinely thought that we were going to be watching fake 2CP, not the actual thing. That is my mistake. I saw Throne on Anubis. I'm so Overwatch 2 brained. I genuinely thought that we were going to have fake 2CP. But this completely changes things. Never mind. Discard everything I said earlier.
I mean, the boop on the first point, you were commenting on, it might not have been the map you were thinking of, but it is still such a strong part of this map. Keeping that initial high ground on defense, being able to boop any dives that come your way will be so vital. As well as the Widow and Reinhardt ban coming in from MMA, from Monarch, Metro Monarchs here. The Widow being an amazing pick on this entire map, not just the first point.
Do you know what I see here, though? I see one tank, and that's gonna be coming from MMA, and that's Ball. Everything else relies on pure aim. Whether that's the aim coming from a Hanzo arrow, or a Soldier's railgun.
What an absolute throwback to, I mean, not even 1-1-3-2, but we're seeing a 1-2-3 line from I forgot names for a moment, Monarchs.
As I say that, Bulex actually took out Bazaar, which gives them the opportunity to hold his point for a lot longer than anticipated. Coming into this next match, I'm seeing Broom trying to get early picks, and as I say that, Sora, of course, gets a clean elimination. Almost got the other person. I cannot tell. I think that's the other Sosa. It is the other Sosa.
What an opening pick we saw from Bulex, and another pick from Bulex. It might not have gotten them the point, but it's definitely gotten them space.
As we say that, external use is actually pulling out the Hanzo to the full extent they can. Forcing out all the abilities. External use actually got the elimination on Planetero, which means they actually have an opportunity to cap this point. You remember the reverse sweep I was talking about earlier? I think it's time. I think we're actually going to see it.
I am so ready for it. I mean, what a joy of a comp to see them come out on this map. Valentine coming in with a pick, though.
As I say that, Bossatron coming in with his ultimate. Working that first point. That first point's almost there. They just need to take out that Lucio. That Lucio is going to be a really big issue, but it is no matter for someone like Sorax, who actually takes apart Hanzo and Mercy. And Valentine picking up Blue.
God, what ultimates we've seen from Sorax this entire match coming through. the positional play in general, it's been incredible, but every ultimate, even if it didn't get killed, seems to just create so much value for his team. And when they don't get killed, seems to be a rarity.
You know what I have seen though? Bizarre coming in with a completely unexpected swap. Going into ball with an ultimate already appearing. Valentine and Sora secure the elimination on Blue Beam.
Bizarre coming through with the mines on the Hanzo. But somehow the Hanzo lived so long.
As we say that, Planetaro, Bizarre, and Valentine, triple threat. My god, I am shuddering just watching these guys perform. They got the first 2 ticks, but that doesn't mean they can actually hold it.
This is the 2 CP experience, though. I mean, we're seeing Monarchs come in with 5 ultimates here, and strong ones no less. Let's see how they approach this fight with Bossatron coming in on the flank.
Is it bad that a part of me wants them to see all 5 ults being used at once just to overwhelm Planetaro?
That is definitely one of the ways you can play 2 CP. It's been so long, but we're seeing at least one come out here.
And it actually takes out Planet Neo. I've been saying his name wrong this entire time.
I expect better from you.
Murder for Fun gets taken out. Bizarre takes out Samo. With 22 seconds left on the clock, this is now going to be the opportunity for MMA to pull out all the stops. They cannot hold anything back. As the dragon comes out, that dragon is going to be very beneficial for Ball. And Bossatron is taken out by Sora.
Can they touch? They have that Valking Mercy alive.
That Valk Mercy does not stand a chance, unfortunately, because Torox's aim is unmatched. As I say that, Valentine takes out Bulex for the final time, just for the love of the game.
You gotta
knew
get
they lost the
that
fight.
second pulse in there.
Valentine's just cooking for the love of the game and nothing else. Bulex did not have the opportunity to touch, but that did not matter to Valentine. He is the type of person that will actually kick you down while you're on your knees. That is disturbing. You know
What
I
a
do see?
performance.
You know what I do
We
see,
are.
Lino?
This has been a amazing. This has been an amazing map so far, though. Even if they didn't take the first point, their performance was, I feel, so much better than the other maps we've seen from Monarchs. They had such potential, and I'm excited to see how they play their defense cards here. I mean, the triple support line coming from them was not expected, and it seemed to be doing well.
Let's see here.
It does seem we are seeing a Torbjorn and a Vendetta coming out on the defense here. The
That
Torbjorn
means-
is a staple on this map, but the Vendetta's, I've never seen this character on this map.
I mean, who would? This map is only, what do you call it? Vendetta is only, what, 3 seasons old? If even?
If even. Sorik's coming out with the first pick, though.
Samo trying to keep the cat alive. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Who's saying my name? Who's talking behind my back?
Oh no. It does look like we have a DC, unfortunately. Okay, they are playing through it though. The Vendetta can create so much pressure here in these close quarter range.
But it doesn't really matter when 4 people are already taken out. It's gonna be up to the Vendetta to actually make that touch. I'd give them about another 10 seconds before this match closes out. Will the Vendetta actually be able to touch? The Vendetta does touch for a little bit, just for it to be taken down. And Bizarre takes a win for Hive. 4-0 clean wipe.
What a performance from Hive we are seeing today. I mean, even with Monarchs coming alive that match and really turning it up another level, I mean, it just didn't matter. I've just was in control the entire time, it seemed, even when they were losing.
You know what I just, you know what I am happy for? The fact that that last match was genuinely, you know, just a big reversal for a little bit.
Yeah, no, I am as well. I mean, we did see more from the Monarchs that game than we saw in the other two, I feel. And I feel they did show more of their potential, especially with that triple support line and that ball that seemed to be their strong suit.
You know what I do see here, though? I don't know why, but I genuinely think Bazaar and Valentine wanted to give them a chance. I don't know why. I have a gut feeling as a Reinhardt player, it is something I would do if they're already kicked out. Just give them a chance, you know, make it a little bit more difficult. As someone who also loves Dragon Ball, it is very, very much something I love to do. I should give myself a challenge.
I mean, as you said with Sorex though, Sorex just was not letting that happen. Even with them losing several people on that first point there, they still made it back, and Sorex coming back with this Sojourn ult on that defense, cleaning up House to keep them that first point. I mean, 2CP is such a snowballing map. If they could have gotten that first point, who knows what would have happened on the second one.
I'm pretty sure the spawn door, and correct me if I'm wrong, for Temple of Anubis is actually pretty far from second point. So if they were to be able to snowball that entire point, what would be the you know, how would that work? Because I haven't really played Temple of Anubis. Real quick.
The spawn point is very far, as you said, but using the ultimates you get from winning that first point can be such a strong suit, and you get so much more time in those two CP maps. Uh, that I mean, really, it could just anything can happen, and the second point is quite difficult for defenders. Even with the spawn so close, you just don't have the space you want for those kind of dives. We will be going to a break though. We shall be back shortly, though. I
I
believe
mean,
with an interview.
hey, I'm excited to interview. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, back to GG. We now are coming to our interview with, and I was hoping for Bazaar, and we got Bazaar.
Yo, hello.
Welcome, Bazaar. God, what a performance you had that game, and just match in general. How are
Uh,
you feeling?
you guys are too nice. I'm feeling pretty good about it. Up until like I died first fight on Temple of Anubis for no reason. That kind of sucked. But everything else went well.
I do have a question for you. How did you feel coming into the tournament? Did you feel nervous at all? Were you excited? Like, give us a
Uh,
little bit.
yeah, I loved Overwatch 1 gameplay, like a 6v6. Uh, I obviously we haven't played it in like 3 years at this point, approaching 4. So yeah, it's like a lot of like this is 6v6 gameplay is like I'm rusty at it. So I was a little nervous about like bringing the knowledge gap back, I guess, because like obviously it like plays very differently. Like main tank in Overwatch 1 versus like tank in general in Overwatch 2.
As a tank player myself, I saw you perform out there. I was pretty much geeking the entire time.
Oh, thank you,
Reinhardt,
bro.
I am a Reinhardt
Indeed,
player
he was.
all the way.
The
Thank you.
Reinhardt gameplay was so exciting to see. We don't see enough of it, especially not with the Zarya, as you're saying, like the 6v6, but it's been so long.
Yeah, yeah. I'm a bit of a like on my main account, I'm a bit of a Rhino TP. I I only play Ryan on my main account, like in ranked in Overwatch 2.
So, Bizarre, I have a question.
Hmm.
Your team seemed, you said you're Ryan OTP in Overwatch 2, and you seemed so dominant on these brawl comps with the Zarya or even without the Zarya, just on the Reinhardt in general. But on the Junkertown, you had I believe it was versus Sigma, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
That seemed like such a switch up to me. And I mean, the enemy team was even coming out with, Monarch was even coming out with the Reinhardt instead. What made you decide to not run the Reinhardt on that map?
Well, they banned like both the speed boosts were banned, so and I'm not only a Ryan OTP anymore. I have an alt account where I play other tanks in ranked. Uh, but but like pretty much the thought process was like because speed boost was banned, we should just play and poke and like play to shoot bullets at them pretty much.
Way to stabilize. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I
Like just
mean,
stall the cart, hold it, hold the
you
high
did
ground,
that
stall the
so
cart.
well.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna
Bella,
lie, it
did
was a
you have a
complete
question?
throwback. Um, Not necessarily questions. I'm still trying to get over the fact that it was such a clean wipe.
Oh yeah, it was. I'm proud of our team. I feel like we played great today.
What do you call it? Just between you and me, who do you get along with the most on your team? If gun like gun to the head, who would you want to be your duo? It's just a personal
Uh,
question I like to ask.
I gotta say, my boy Frosty Dolph. Yeah, he's
Ah, the
he's my
Lucio.
Lucio player. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You gotta have that Lucio. Without that Lucio, Reinhardt becomes pretty much obsolete, unfortunately.
The
Sad to
Reinhardt
see.
Lucio duo can be so much fun in ranked. I have definitely been on both sides of that many times, and it is such a joy every time.
I know. It's just it's so much fun. We we have a lot of fun like just playing together. He's a very good friend of mine. So
Oh, that's absolutely awesome. Team of friends actually forming teams. I've had a little bit of experience on that end.
mm,
I
cool.
Tonight I
had
had the
one
pleasure
more
of casting. Hmm.
I had one more question for you, Bizarre. Specifically on the Gibraltar game. I mean, a first hold there with the Reinhardt comp, that was incredible to watch. And I mean, this seemed so structured in your defense with the first aggressive hold, and then second, like as soon as you got under the high ground there and into the health pack room, you just kept the cart and played that so well to force them into you every fight. Was that something that you have been rehearsing before this game, or did that just manifest mid game?
Uh, well, It's something that like it's a strategy I know of by watching other tank players play the game.
Are
But
you
it's not
are you
something
ref
like sorry, what?
no, sorry, you continue your thing first.
Yeah, it's not something like we scrimmed or anything, but like I just said what we were going to do and we did it and it worked.
Now, I have a question for you, actually. Are you referencing, I forget what Asian team it is, but I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, where you would play Gibraltar on that first health pack with the
Yeah.
Roadhog, but instead of Roadhog, it is Reinhardt.
Uh I would say my reference is more LH Cloudy. I'm a big Cloudy fan. You guys know him.
What
Understood.
a Ryan player he is indeed. Well, I mean, yeah, you said like your team played amazing tonight. I mean,
Thank you.
4-0, like I don't know what more you could ask for.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, and I just want to say GG's to the enemy team as well.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, GG's to Monarchs. It has been a joy to have both of the teams here and to cast in general. And it was a joy to watch both of the comps from both teams come out tonight. And thank you for letting us do this interview.
No problem. It was a pleasure talking to you guys.
Before we actually sign off, though, do you have any shout-outs that you would like to give out?
Uh, Shout out to my manager, Murdered for Fun, for organizing everything all the time.
Socials, anything like that you want to give out as well?
What was that?
Socials. Would you like to give out any socials?
I don't have like a Twitter or anything.
I can see the Twitter post now. Oh my god, just rolled Metro Monarchs.
Oh,
Thank you.
GG.
GG's. All right. I mean, what a match we saw tonight.
Think
It
of
was
Bizarre.
a joy to watch. And thank you to both of our teams. I mean, thank you, Monarchs, for being here. Thank you, Hive, for being here. It was a pleasure of a game. And also thank you to OT Porridge and WBZ Dream Eaters. These are our EU champions were OTP or OT Porridge, and our NAs. I mean, Hive. You watched the game. Hive won tonight. Thank you, production.
Production
Bella,
was
do you
absolutely
have
amazing. Sorry?
Oh, nothing. Do you have much to end us on?
I mean, no, you pretty much did the whole did everything. I'm not really much of a closer. If I'm being honest, I could sit here and talk forever. But that's probably not what we want. We want to get to bed soon, don't we?
We do. I mean, it wasn't as long of a match as it could have been, but four games, it's still 4 games. It has been a joy to be here. Thank you, production. I'd like to say one more time, and thank you, GitGud, for inviting both me and Velo. It's been an honor to cast, and I would also like to shout out our observer. Thank you for none of this would be possible if we don't have our observer. And
And our big shout out to the actual owner of the organization, Allison. Without Allison, none of this would be possible. Once again,
even less,
Allison
yeah.
deserves all the credit for how many hours this man actually puts into everything behind the scenes. As someone
And
who dabbles in even just 5% of my own thing, whenever I want to do something from time to time, I would need help. The fact that Allison can do that all by himself, miracle worker.
Okay, the
For
producer hand of
Indy.
God is coming in really quickly. As a reminder, we have signups for the next big season of GG out currently. Please sign up. Reminder: any donations, bits, subscriptions you guys give in the next like 2 minutes while we're still live, 100% of that money goes to your casters and your observers. the company touches none of that money. Goes to 100% goes to them. So if you loved what you saw, make sure you guys support.
Who knows, guys? I'm gonna hit up the signups. Maybe I'll be the grand champions. Who knows?
Well, we hope to see you. We hope to see you, and it's fun. We hope to see you in the next one, the next GG tournament, and it's been an honor. I mean, Velo, it's been great casting with you, and I mean, maybe I'll even cast one of your games next.
I mean, hey, it's always a pleasure being with you, whether that's gaming together as your duo, or today casting. You know what I'm excited for though? The next tournament coming around. That next tournament will be amazing because I want to make sure that everything goes smoothly and that we have many teams so we can cast more. The more opportunities we have, the better we grow as a community.
Well said. And I think with that positive note, we will be heading out. GG. Thank you, GG, and thank you, chat. It's been a pleasure. Have a good night, y'all.
Have a good night. This is Velo and Memory signing off.